you can control your narrative.
Welcome back. In today's video, we're going to react to KingAzoulay and his challenge to MMA fighter, Mr. John Jones, legendary MMA fighter. And stay tuned for the very end of the video where there's going to be a promo of KingAzoulay. You won't believe what he says in that video. So let's get this video rolling.
But I know you guys need some laughs. We all do. And anytime I need some laughs, there's always one person that's guaranteed to come through. And yes, that's the Prince of Gotham himself, Mr. Hide Your Kids Azoulay. And what is he up to now? Yes, calling out UFC fighters, and which one? Incredibly, John Jones, one of perhaps the greatest fighters of all time.
I'd love to.
Octagon, or
I'd love to.
maybe we consider that.
I would break his head in half. I'm not kidding.
Anything.
He's a trained fighter, I'm a trained killer. Two different things.
Now, you might be thinking this is out of control. Ben Azoulay has outdone himself with the ridiculousness, but we forget how accomplished of a fighter KingAzoulay actually is. And we're going to go through his resume here as we get into this and then talk about his chances against John Jones.
Mr. challenges people to fights and never accepts. KingAzoulay always makes fights with somebody and never accepts those challenges because he can't fight. He's not really a fighter. He says he's a trained killer, whatever that is, but he has never killed anybody. He has never fought anybody. And when he did, he got his nose punched and he started crying in school. But he's always going to be running his mouth because he's some comedic clown online. But we gotta not be like this guy and make fights and act like some tough guy, or the online will make fun of you, or your friends will make fun of you, or people that know you will make fun of you. So we gotta be a man of our word, unlike Mr. Hide Your Kids Azoulay, and not be a clown like this guy. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It helps with the channel. Subscribe. Leave a comment. Do you think Mr. KingAzoulay will ever accept a fight that is not going to be like some fake fight just for him to get clout? Let me know in the comment. And now, let's continue with the video.
While John Jones may be one of the greatest fighters of all time, fighting in now the heavyweight division on, I believe, the longest winning streak in UFC history, known as the baddest man on the planet by most people, that's all fine and dandy. But does he have the actual fighting background of KingAzoulay? Let's take a walk down memory lane to the KingAzoulay fighting highlights. Now, we have to remember, KingAzoulay's been an underground Russian fight club fighter. He's beat off 30 men at a time, beat up 6 Russian mafia guards all at the same time, trained with the Shaolin monks, trained with the Chinese kung fu restaurant owners, and, of course, spent his 10 years in that clear counterterrorism unit. That is an incredible, incredible resume. Let's take a look. How did he become such an insanely skilled fighter to call out heavyweight John Jones?
When I was a menace to society, well, I would go out to places and I would stare at people. It was Russian guys, but I ended up beating the out of like 5 of them. And the boss took out a gun, put it to my head, told me to stop fighting. I said, shoot me, and told me to come outside to talk to him. He told me, I'm not gonna shoot you, I just want you to stop. And he looked me in the eyes and he realized I was a young boy, 15 years old.
I like the AmericanThor facetious highlights of KingAzoulay's just his mythical records of all that he's done in the fighting world. He's good for comedic laughs, and I like that AmericanThor is bringing it out. Now let's keep on going with this video.
So yes, by 15 years old, he was beating up Russian mafia members 5 at a time. No big deal, but that's nothing compared to some of his biggest accomplishments.
It's not a problem for me to fight somebody who is bigger, might be taller, whatever it is, I don't care. I fought guys that were 7 foot tall, and I fought guys that were almost 400 pounds. I fought 10 guys at the same time and beat their ass, and I fought 40 guys and I got jumped by them, and I was 13 years old. It did not matter how many people it was, how big you are, you could be 50 feet tall.
Oh my God, the number just keeps going up. Now he beat off 40 men at a time when he was 13 years old. My God, this guy needs to be on the Mount Rushmore of fighting. I mean, Timu Steven Seagal here might be one of the most impressive men we've ever seen. I thought it was 30 men. Turns out it was 40 men. Woo! I mean, I'll be honest. I don't think John Jones would even claim to be able to beat up 40 men at a time. So that's incredible. But where did he learn these fighting skills?
It's funny, when people lie, they get caught in their lies. And that's what AmericanThor did. He investigated and watched all these clips. And now KingAzoulay gets busted in another lie or more lies. And he's saying that he fought 40 guys. He beat 40 guys instead of 30. So he just keeps on continuing to lie. So one thing we can learn is don't tell lies, because people are going to pull apart your stories and catch you in lies. And that's something that KingAzoulay's known to do, constantly lie, and people are pulling out the things and pulling out the lies that he told and throwing it in his face. And KingAzoulay always gets hurt when people catch him in his lies.
Have you noticed every story this guy tells, it happens to be like some old foreign man that's in love with him when he's 10 to 13 years old? I don't know if he's projecting here, but it's very, very odd. But he didn't just learn from the Chinese kung fu restaurant owners. He also trained with the Shaolin monks.
I used to sit there and hit my shins with a hammer all fucking day. Do you know why people wear boxing gloves? So they don't fuck up their hands by hitting somebody's head. Your head is the strongest bone in the body. And if you train it and bang it enough for a whole year, it becomes 4 times thicker.
Well, potentially hitting himself in the skull with a hammer and smashing his head into walls might actually explain why this guy is so retarded. But I digress.
We hurt, and I learned that at a young age. That's what I learned from the Shaolin monks. Go watch them when they spar, when they battle, or when they have a fight. Boom, they turn their head. Wherever you're hitting, they just turn their head. You punch their head, you're breaking your hand.
All right, guys, and if you're stressed the fuck out because you made the mistake of calling out UFC fighter John...
I have always said that maybe KingAzoulay has taken one too many blows to the head. That's why he's like coming up with all these stories. If he really did train with those Shaolin monks, and they probably just said that just to clown on this guy, because they know that he's dumb enough to do what they say, and they just tell him, oh, you got to hit your head against the wall, laughing behind his back. But I always find this funny with his stories. He thinks he's like some tough guy, tries to come off as intimidating to people, but really he just comes off as like a clown. One of those tough guys maybe you knew in high school that thinks he can fight anybody, but he only makes challenges, never accepts challenges. That's what he comes off of. But I think he's special in a different way, like the education system. But nothing to make fun of that about, but it's just that he comes up with way too many stories. I don't know, maybe that's why he was an F student, as he says. Not because he was, as he says, successful, but because he just tells so many lies. He was in class probably just fantasizing about things. But one thing we can learn about this is don't make up too many stories. And, well, don't make up stories at all. But when you do, people will make fun of your stories, make fun of you because it's a part of you now. I don't want anybody to make fun of you, so if you're a person who constantly tells stories about maybe yourself or other people or your life stories, your adventures in life that are made up, well, one thing we can learn about is not to do that, or you'll be made fun of online, or people will make fun of you in your friend group or your family, or just people that you know will make fun of you behind your back or even to your face. Some people are going to do it to your face, just like AmericanThor would do and other people would do to KingAzoulay. Now he's this online clown with his made-up stories. But that's one thing we can take from this video clip. And stay tuned for the very end of this video, because there's more comedic stories by KingAzoulay and AmericanThor calling him out. So everybody, only you can control your narrative. And check out AmericanThor's channel and check out all his videos. They're very entertaining, and he's very good, works very, very hard at his craft, and he's a great American soldier. Everybody, stay awesome, and see you in the next video.
You let that warrior get into battle, or will you let all your ancestors look down on you and say, what the fuck did we created? Is that what we fought for so many years? Is that what we battled for? You see, I don't see myself as a regular man. I call myself half man, half God. There's a reason for that. Anything that comes my way, if you stand in front of me, I'll take you down. If you'll stand beside me, I'll take you with me. If you'll stand behind me, I will protect you. That's a real man.
Well, there you guys go. After watching that, I'm going to be honest. I might bet the house on Azoulay in this upcoming UFC fight against John Jones. I'm convinced. I don't see how John Jones possibly stands up to that aura and those vibes.